Welcome to another brand new podcast brought to you by yours truly, Mr. McDougall, with the incredibly sexy voice. A nice picture, no video, because we're still underground, baby. So, what I wanted to talk about today is an interesting topic. You see, there's many life coaches in this world. A lot of self help books, seminars where people go to. There's even networking, and there's a lot of people telling you that you have potential to become great. Pardon me. Well, the thing is, I believe that not everyone is supposed to be great. I know it sounds really pessimistic, but I believe it's better to look at this from a different perspective. What if every single person in the world would follow their dreams and do whatever they want to do? Then ask yourself, who is going to produce our food? Who? You might say that's machines, but who's going to control those machines? See, we need people to produce our food. And what about the garbage men? We need people to pick up our garbage. We need people to put the lid on the jar of the peanut butter we buy, so to speak. We need a butcher for the meat. We need a gardener who will, grow vegetables. We need farmers. We need salesmen. Not everyone can follow his or her dream, and perhaps they were never meant to. Some people, as sad as it may sound, we were not all meant to be great the way we think we ought to be. Not every single person in this world can follow his or her dreams. If that would happen, the whole world would be a chaos. I don't believe the world would actually be a good place. See, the world would definitely be a chaos and we would all go extinct. Let's say, for example, if you would tell every single woman in the world to follow her dreams, work on her career, and do what she really wants to do, and to look for challenges. Let's say virtually every single woman on this planet is going to do that. What's going to happen when they die? There will be no children. We will go extinct. It's actually true if you really think about it. That is eventually going to happen if they would all do that. You see, not everyone was supposed to do great things. There's only a certain amount of people. I believe it's just the way it is. Perhaps it might sound wrong. Perhaps you will emotionally react like, shut the fuck up. What the hell are you talking about? You're being negative. You're being pessimistic. No. Some people weren't meant to reproduce. Some people were meant to be great, to help mankind. And some people were meant to reproduce. That's just the way it is. This is how Mother Nature works. This is how Mother Nature keeps everything in balance. Sadly, but I believe it's the truth. You don't have to just take my word. Do some research. Look around. I mean, there's people who are homosexual, right? They'll never have kids of their own. They will adopt children, but they will never reproduce. Could that be a way of Mother Nature making sure that there's not going to be too many people in this world? Could be. Or perhaps I'm just talking shit. I don't know. But it just popped into my mind. I was just thinking about that. Have you ever noticed that, well, that not everyone is reaching great things? Some people will just become construction workers. What the thing is, in what way are they supposed to be great? Perhaps they're great the way they do turn out to be. Perhaps that one guy is going to be a construction worker because we need people like that. We need people who are going to bring a new infrastructure to our roads, to our houses, hospitals, planes. We need all kinds of people. Not everyone can become a great writer or actor. Not every single person can become rich and successful. Well, whatever successful means. Perhaps by them being an engineer or a teacher or a race car driver, perhaps they are great in their own way. Perhaps they actually become what the world needs. And sadly, some people will become mentally insane and they'll end up on the street, homeless, and then they will pass away. And perhaps they were also meant to go through that experience. And perhaps it all comes down to Mother Nature. Mother Nature takes care of everything. She makes sure that there's not an overpopulation. Could that be true? I've been thinking about this. I don't know what you all think, but it definitely gives you something, some food for thought. I wonder, because it keeps roaming through my mind, and it's a time like this that you ask yourself, so what's my potential? What was I supposed to do? What am I doing here? Why am I here? Am I going to be the greatest construction worker? Am I going to be the best mechanic? Or am I going to be a wonderful motivational speaker? Or will I be just someone who works from 9 to 5 in an office job and never accomplish anything and never get married and have no kids and then one day leave this this planet? Who knows? What I do know is that you can't expect from everyone else to become great the way you think they should be. Some people don't have the potential to become great as what you perceive to be great. Everyone has their own greatness. And you definitely can't tell people what and what not to do. For instance, there's women in this world and some men who actually do want to be a family man or a great mother and have kids. That's their dream. That's what they want. Who are you to say that that's not their goal? Who are you to say that? They want to reproduce. And biologically, they have every right to do so. Perhaps they don't want to have a career. They don't want to be famous. They don't want to be rich. All they want is a simple family of their own, with their own kids. And we have no right to tell them that they can do better. It's like spitting in someone's face. You can't really do that. They have to make up their own mind. You can't try and change people's mind like that. You have to respect what they do. So I guess this was today's lesson. I hope you gained a deeper level of listening, understanding, perhaps a new perspective on contemplating. And that's good. Let it sink in. Perhaps you'll look at people differently from now on the moment you step outside. Just remember, don't try to force on people what they should and should not do and what they can accomplish. You can't force it on them. It has to come out of their own free will. Thank you for listening. Just think about this. Doesn't matter if you agree or disagree, just something I wanted to share. We all have our own dreams. Now we can't judge each other. Just make sure it's really your dream. It's really what you want. I mean, if you want to become an engineer or a famous actor or whatever, or if you really want to have kids, do whatever you want. Don't let anyone tell you that you can do something. Oh my God, you can do something so much better. Really? That's better? You're comparing things? Stop doing that. Stop comparing things. Stop telling people what they should do. They have their own lives and they have every right to do so. With that said, I will make an end to this podcast and I will see you in the next one. Oh, by the way, feel free to like my video, subscribe, click the little bell icon so you'll get a notification when a new one's out. I have a PayPal link if you feel like you want to donate something, like, I don't care, even if it's a cent, anything, feel free to donate. And if not, then don't. Anyway, this was your host, Mr. McDougall. Thank you for listening. I'm out.